Excitebots Trick Racing is the fun, frantic follow-up to 2006's Excite Trucks. While racing trucks is all well and good, there's just something a whole lot more wacky and entertaining about racing transforming robots. And wacky is a good way to describe Excitebots. In any given race, you might do 3 backflips, throw a pie into a clown's face, knock a football through the goalposts, score a nice tambourine, or just take a break from four-wheeling and start running on 2 legs. All of this happens as you're racing along at a breakneck pace, and while the racing itself isn't particularly complex, the addition of stunts, tricks, and downright craziness make Excitebots Trick Racing very, very entertaining. The stars of the show are the bots that you drive. Modeled after small animals including frogs, centipedes, hummingbirds, beetles, and ladybugs, these bots have a quirky character that make them a lot of fun to drive. From their clever designs to the fun little animations they perform when soaring through the air, the bots set the stage for the imaginatively insane racing action. Controls are simple. Holding the Wii Remote sideways, preferably in a Wii wheel, you tilt left and right to steer, press the 2 button to hit the gas, use the 1 button to brake, though you rarely will, and the B button to turbo. Turbo is an essential element in performing tricks and stunts which earn you stars. Stars are the currency that you use to purchase new bots, new paint jobs, and a number of other collectibles, but more importantly, stars determine the winner of each race. Of course, coming in first nets you a serious star bonus, so racing prowess does count for something. But striving to earn more stars doesn't just improve your chances of victory, it's also a whole lot of fun. Every race is jam-packed with opportunities to earn stars. Drifting, bashing into your opponents, getting massive air, and shooting through narrow tree-lined passages are just the basics. Then there are the horizontal and vertical bars that your bot will automatically grab onto if you're close enough, spinning you around until you shove the remote forward to release. One bar in particular acts as a choke point in each race. When you reach the dreaded horizontal red bar, your bot starts swinging around the thing like a robotic Mary Lou Retton. You have to match your bot's rotations by moving the Wii Remote in a synchronized motion. This is tough to get the hang of, but there's a little icon that pops up to help you get on track. While competing to finish your 10 required spins the fastest is definitely frantic, it's kind of a weird halt in the otherwise speedy action that may frustrate some racers. Fortunately, there are plenty of other opportunities to earn stars without slowing down. Picking up the hovering question blocks along the track will sometimes trigger dramatic terrain deformation, but more often than not, they'll start one of the silly minigames that make Excitebots so absurd. Some games just require you to bash into something, like a soccer ball or bowling pins, while others require that you press the A button to throw a dart at a bullseye or tap out a tambourine rhythm. One item in particular will launch you up onto 2 legs, and you'll have to turn the remote back and forth rapidly to make your bipedal bot take quick steps. There's a wide array of these wacky little challenges, and they make races much more hectic and entertaining. It's possible that they'll even be too hectic for some folks, but for the most part they balance nicely with the simple racing mechanics, so you never really feel overwhelmed. For players who dig the wackiness but aren't too keen on racing, Poker Race offers action that is more slow-paced, but definitely still weird. Here the focus is on picking up cards to make the best poker hand you can, then cashing in that hand for stars and trying for another good hand. There's also a minigames mode which allows you to ride around a simple track, performing all the minigames that pop up during races. These modes are amusing diversions, but the real fun is when they all come together in one big race. And the races don't get really big until you take Excitebots online. Up to 6 players can race over Wi-Fi. Now before each online race, you choose a number of stars to gamble. Once the race is over, each player is assigned a semi-random multiplier based on how well they finished. Top racers can easily quadruple their bet, but only the bottom-rung finishers stand to lose any stars. It's a pretty generous system, and it's a good way to rack up your star count. You can also use the Wi-Fi to send your friends replays of your best runs, or challenge them to beat your best scores. You can attach a star reward to these messages too, which is a fun way to be competitive with a buddy or just share your success. With such big online races, it's a bummer that only 2 players can race each other on one TV. Still, Excitebots offers a lot of diverse ways to have fun on the racetrack, and it's available at a reasonable retail price. The action here isn't terribly complex, but the thrill of racing at high speeds while trying to accomplish all sorts of goofy goals is just undeniable.